Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the Pit Futures Trading.com coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, February 11th. We're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF. And, well, the bulls certainly won the day as they made a new high. No doubt about that. Right now we have an all-time high in the regular trading hours. However, they had a chance for a trend day up early, failed. And except for H period, once they stopped the one-time framing up, could not get anywhere near the opening and stay above it. And we go out with a price spike to the bottom, right? Price spike happens either in J, K, or L period, late in the afternoon, where you make a new low or high and then close below that, right? Price probe happens in the last half hour, so you could have both of them like we did yesterday. We closed the gap to a tick. I had a bad tick down at 334.68 in B period when we were trading up just about at our all-time high. If I knew we were going to get that close to taking it, man, I would have loaded up on shorts and just waited to L period to get there. It's amazing how those bad ticks get migrated to. So we did just miss it. I still have 4. I've been tracking them now for a while now, and I still have 4 on the downside, way below here. But most of them get hit generally fairly quickly. But just a little thing to keep in mind. As far as opportunities today, it was a good day. Still traded more than I wanted to. Did 6 trades, 3 from the long side, 3 from the short side. So I did nothing. In A, B, or C period. Right? I said the gap was too high for me. I didn't want to be a buyer. I was waiting for it to pull back. It pulled back, but not enough for me, so I didn't do anything. Watched it in A, B, and C. Took a call position in D, small one, worked out, had small left. Once we started, took out C's low, got out of it. That was a good trade. Probably my best trade of the day was in E period. As soon as E took out D's low, but more importantly, got below the opening, got on board and wrote it down. So I was very happy with that trade. I then took a long in G period. E went down, F balanced, G was balancing. It looked like it was going to attempt to get and pop above the opening again. I got long before G took out F. Took a while, but finally broke above it, popped, got out in H. And when I got out in H, I said, is this our afternoon rally high? Now, at the time, I wasn't sure, quite simply because we were now above the opening again, right? We still had a gap. We still had higher value all day, which we had at the end, even though we flushed out. So I wasn't sure, so I didn't really want to take a put play. So I didn't. What I did, though, is in I period, when I couldn't take out H's high and got below the opening again, as soon as we got into H's low, took a short. Well, now I didn't write it down all the way to here. I wish I did, but it was still a nice trade. And then in J period, as soon as J made a new low on the day, which created our price spike, but came back into the range, I got long calls. I really thought we had a chance. Once J got back in and it didn't get much to the downside, we still had the gap. I thought J actually had a chance, or the rest of the day, to get back to POC. We were 8 wide, never got to 9 wide. Still turned out to be a nice trade. Got nowhere near POC. I got out of it. And then in L period, took a short play. Actually, I wish I took the short play early. Once I found the ES had closed their gap, we popped a little bit, hadn't closed our gap. I took a real quick put play for decent size, and we filled our gap to the tick. Wanted to take 2 put plays in M period because we were one time framing down, but more importantly was having trouble at the price spike. Didn't do it. 2 times I had opportunities when it got up there, but I didn't do it. But lo and behold, very good day, no complaints. All right, destinations for tomorrow. So for the upside, we closed at 335.26. So A's low, price spike at 335.51. So if we can't get back above there, nothing's changed and sellers are still in control. All right, even though we hit an all-time high, we had higher value for the most part from D period and certainly E period on. Sellers were in control except for that short pop we had. So A's low, price spike, 335.51. Then H's high, which is the afternoon rally high, 336.48. And then today's high of 337.02, which is the all-time high, 5 ticks of excess. Okay, for the downside, we have today's low of 334.75. And we have all those destinations I gave you yesterday, this morning and yesterday. Just going to give you a couple. 334.20, which is the price probe from yesterday. So it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting battle in here, I think, tomorrow. You're going to have the price spike from today, where sellers are going to try to defend. And then you're going to have the price probe from yesterday, L's high, which I just gave you at 334.20, which buyers are going to try to defend. And then if that gets breached, then you start getting into all your single prints. 333.82 the first set gets filled, 333.71 the second, 333.32 9 wide from yesterday, 333.02 afternoon pullback low from yesterday, 332.79 third set of singles, then the lowest accepted price, remember, very important, 332.74, and then yesterday's low of 331.19. And speaking of the lowest accepted price, today, this is interesting again. And there's another reason why I got on board the short later. So, A closed, B opened exactly where A closed and shot right up. And automatically in my head, I was like, wow, we have another lowest accepted price. You know, you don't get them that often. Usually going back and forth. Now, I didn't take the call position. I obviously should have, but I didn't. I was just watching. That's fine. Powell was also speaking, although he spoke a good part of the morning and early afternoon. But here's where things change as opposed to yesterday. Now, yesterday, G period tried to get, right? Tried to close the singles and get to the lowest accepted price. Didn't do it. But today, once D one time frame down, right? I got out of that small call I had left. But once E got below the opening, something it didn't seem like that lowest accepted price was going to hold today. Now, it was a great trade again if he did it because, man, you went, B's low was 336.01 and we went up to 337.02. So you had $1 in that trade if you got long. Would have been a nice trade. I didn't. But once E started going down, I did not think it was going to hold. It's another reason I had gotten short there. Just a little bit of info. Why I did what I did. And then on the charts, weekly, I'm still calling it balanced up with 3 days to go in the week. I think I want to see us close above last week's high. If not, I mean, we're still one time framing up, but right now I'm keeping it balanced to up. Daily, I will call it up, right? The daily is certainly above the whole balance. We've held the trend line now. Second day that we've closed above it. Buyers are still in control, but I don't like the action in the afternoon. We'll see if they're just tired and they regroup tomorrow, or if the bears are going to try to get their act together. Remember, we had a tremendous amount of buyers yesterday. We're going to see if they're there maybe tomorrow. We should have a nice battle between A's low and at least L's high, if not C's high from yesterday. Hope you had a great day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.